Hello, this is Els, Elizabeth Craft Designs. Today I'm going to work with the little mouse and I'm going to make gift tags using the postage stamp dies. So the products I'm using is first of all the white soft finish cardstock, and I already created the mice, and there's videos. If you go to the Elizabeth Craft Designs YouTube channel, you will find videos how to kind of assemble the little mouse. So the paper that I'm using, most of it, all the clothes, well, not the plain ones, but all the clothes and the postage stamps, that's all from the C036 Romantic Revival. And the postage stamps dies itself, this one, that is 2026. Then we have the little mouse, which is 2204. And I'm using the winter accessories, which is 2284. So let's get started. So I did cut all the clothes. I kind of did a tone on tone here a little bit more like different colors. So I'm going to put them together and then decide on which of the tags I'm going to put them. So let's start with this one. And I am going to etch everything a little bit. And for that, I always use, you know, that's personal, but I use the frayed burlap. But you might have another color of preference. So just going to etch it, and you don't need to do that, but I kind of like the little bit, just a little bit more. Yeah, you know, it gives it a little bit more for me, but that is honestly personal. Because if you just like to use plain cardstock and nothing else, like colored cardstock, don't etch at all, that is fine as well. You really need to do what you prefer and how you think it looks nice. And a lot of times we take our soft finish cardstock and we color everything as well. So that's the way to do it. But in this case, I just thought I stick with that Romantic Revival paper pack, because I think it's nice, and all the colors go so well together. So because it's a paper pack designed to go together, you know, it makes it easier to kind of find matching papers that you can use together as well. So I thought that was a fun thing to do. So that's... And that, I don't need that. That's actually the color for the shirt, but I know the scarf is going to go over that, so I don't need to do that. I don't need those pieces. And I thought I'm going to make this one a cheerful one by just having his hands up, because with the little mouse you get like four different arms. So 2 that are straight and 2 that are bended. So I am using both of these in this video. Did I etch this already? Not. And I like the etching as well, because then you don't see the white from the core of the paper anymore. And the quality of the paper is actually really, really nice. The pants. Kind of a fun winter outfit. And this one is, I'm going to take a piece of release sheet for that. Because these ones, like something not sticky. Because these ones I put on double-sided adhesive, so they're easy kind of to put on there. And you can, you know, you can actually do a lot of things with the double-sided adhesive. So let me put it here. I'm going to stick that on here so I can just pick it up when I need it. You can do a lot of things with double-sided adhesive on the back. You can do all the clothing as well if you want to. But I just wanted to show you the difference. So here I put these on double-sided adhesive. Here the little mittens. They are so cute. They are so cute. And there's a lot of videos. So if you go to the Elizabeth Craft Designs YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe as well, of course. Then you will find lots of videos with the mice as well. Because this is the little one. We also have the big mice. Just really fun to do, I have to say. Really fun to create. I created a lot of those mice already. Here. You see, it makes it stand out more when you etch it. That's just fun to do. This, here we go. So that's that. And then I can start assembling this one. And for that, I'm going to take a little piece of release sheet. I'm just going to slide this away for a second, so I can put this one here. And this one, so that's all white soft finish cardstock, and I use the oxide for this one. So the oxide inks to color these ones. But again, you can find it all on our YouTube channel. And I did have the belly on this one already. It's basically not necessary, but you can do that, of course. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take a little bit of glue, kind of just here. And I try to avoid like lots of glue, because then it's easy if you make a mistake, you know. And let's make him, you know, I'm going to let him look sideways a little bit. Because of course with the head you can play with that, so that is fun. Then I need the pants first. Well, let's do the feet first. Feet under there, and then the pants, and then the sweater. So this one, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue here. Take my tweezer and kind of slide them underneath there. This one, and you can clearly see where you need to put the feet. That is not like a difficult thing. So the mice, as soon as you made a few, they're so easy to assemble. And I have a whole little box full of all the parts as well. So I have more mice ready to go, and I just keep those ready to go. Then I'm going to take this one. So those are the pants, and then the sweater is going over. And again, you can see that because here the legs, they line up at the bottom of the mice there. This could be swimming pants as well, almost, you see. But we have summer sets as well. Then I'm going to take those boots here. You see these ones? Put them on there. And then the other one. Go. A little bit lower weight. Like this. So I've got those on. Then I'm going to attach the sweater. And then you can see you're actually going to hide that belly. So there's no need to put the belly on. Like that. Then I'm going to make the scarf. And it has two pieces. So first this piece goes on there. And then sometimes I take off the head again. And I'll show you why, because I want to have that scarf a little bit underneath there. Here you go. So, and that is what Josette does. She makes all the layers. So that's why it's so super fun to put together. You see now the scarf needs to go there. But I think in this case I am fine. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. And that's why I do it on a craft mat. Because if it goes under there a little bit, you know, or over outside, then it's fine. So now I'm going to tilt, you see, tilt the head a little bit. And that's why you want to have a little bit of glue only where you put the heads. You see? Need to slide a little bit more like that. There you go. And it's all coming together. So no glue here, because you want to have that like kind of more fluffy. And then I have the hands. And because it's kind of, you know, so cheering. So that way and this way. And I have this one. The arm. And this one, so that's going on there. And I just sealing this one. So that's actually the bottom part of the sweater here. See, so that goes here. So again, the dimension is just fun. Oh my goodness, it's coming together so much. It's so nice to. And anytime I make a mice, I'm always in love. That I think that is so much fun to do. So honestly, this one. It goes here. And there are actually little pieces that can go on here. But because I know I'm going to put the mitten on it, I don't need it there. But if you don't put the mittens on, there's actually a tiny piece that you can put there as well in the die set. To kind of give that even the dimension. There we go. That's. Then I'm going to put the head together so then it can dry for a second. So it has that extra piece as well. And it head also, and you don't see it now, but it actually has like a pattern in it. So if you do your soft finish cardstock and then color it, you will see that there's a pattern in there. And you could highlight that with a gel pen if you want to. But in this case, because I have pattern paper, I thought it's just like a dimension that you see in the, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it clearly, you see? So if you want to highlight that, you can. And then this is going on here. A little bit over the eyes, kind of, you know, that's. And then the pom-pom, I'm going to do a real pom-pom. So there's a pom-pom in the set, but I am going to put a real pom-pom on there because I think that's just fun. So I take a little bit of thicker glue there and I am just going to press that down here, because I think that's fun. Just that little bit of dimension. Then the hands. That is good. And then the hands and the mittens. And then the first one is done. So it's going to go underneath here. There we go. Cheering them on. And then at the end I'm going to decide which one I'm going to do where. On which tag. On which postage stamps. There you go. Happy camper. Mittens. You see, and those mittens have the little, oh sorry, here, the little pieces on there as well. You see, so there again, and because you etched it, it stands out a bit more, so it gives you really that nice dimension. And then that's, and then this one is going on that hand here, and that just finishes it off. You see, we had a lot of snow today here, so I had my mittens and my scarf and my toucan. There you go. So that is that one. So that's number 1. You see, and then I have number 2. Well, let me put this here, and I'm going to slide this in, and then we're going to put that one together. So we're going to get another piece again of that release sheet, of that kind of that one. So it's not really part of a mat. Okay, this one, and here. So I also don't need the. Although I don't have a scarf there. I'm going to glue it on because I don't know if you see it a little bit. No, I don't think so. I think I'm fine. I don't need to do that. Okay, so this one is the kind of the puffy coat. So what I'm going to do, because that has embossing lines, so I'm actually going to use that. Oh, I already have the felt here. So the one I'm using here is Tattered Rose, and I'm folding this a little bit. Oh, sorry. And then going to just follow those lines a little bit. So that makes the puffy, kind of, you see, it just makes it that you see the puff. That you see it's a puffy thing. See here, this one. And I don't think you need to do it at the top. Now let me use this to ink the whole thing here as well then. I think that is fun for this color. You see, so now you have like more of a puffy jacket, you see, which I think is cool. And then this one, oh, you know, let me use the same Tattered Rose just to, so that just gives it a difference. I just get rid of the edges then, and because this is a darker paper. How cool is that? Oh, love it. I think anytime I do a video with mice, I say love it a lot, because I do love it. I do love it. There we go. That's that. And here I have 2 pieces that are for the puffy jackets. The bottom part again for that extra dimension. And then the little kind of, how do you call it, collar. There we go. And that is just such a warm kind of, you know, the colors and the paper. So the paper and the postage stamp. So the mice is all Josette, and all the paper and the postage stamp that is from Annette's collection. And you know, I love it when things work together. And you know, all our collections that we have work so well together, and I really, really love that. That's the arms. Goes on here. And the kind of the sweat is part from the sweater, so the sweater also has the clothing and also has like bended arms and straight arms, so you can really mix and match how it's going to look here. And this one I have a tail, so I have one tail, so I can decide where I want to do it, but I just thought I'd do one with and one without the tail. This again, the feet. A little bit of glue. And again, for all the coloring, because I make gray mice, I make brown mice, you know, for anything, you know, check out the YouTube channel. And also for inspiration, we have, of course, our blog, the Elizabeth Craft Designs blog, but we also have the Elizabeth Craft Designs family page. And on the family page, we all inspire each other. So if you go to Facebook, Elizabeth Craft Designs family, then you can post your makes there as well. And we learn from each other. So there's so much to see there. And all the different, you know, color choices, techniques that people use, combination of products that people use. That is so much fun to see. It's really inspiring, I have to say. So make sure to sign up for that one as well. The Elizabeth Craft Designs family page. And then the blog and the YouTube channel. Don't forget those, of course. So again, I do the pants first here. How cool. How cool when it's coming together. How cool, how cool. This. And of course you can give this one a scarf as well if you want to. I didn't want to do it just to show you the difference. So this one is it's a little bit more cold here than here, because I also don't put the hat on that one. There we go. And then this one I will give the little tail as well. Oh, make sure it sticks. And you can put things in the hands, of course, if you want to. Can, you know, there's all kind of accessories. With this one, it has a like a glasses, like ski goggles, not glasses, goggles. So I could give the goggles in his hands or her hands. That's. And then here I have the shoes again. And in this case, I did black. And then I can put those on right away. The mittens. So more like a, maybe I have a boy and a girl here, which is cool. And this can be a real Banff boy where the grandkids live, because they are not cold as we are normally, because they're used to the cold. Okay, so those are the two. And then I have my my tags here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Wait. So this one is going on here. And again, this is also from the C036, the Romantic Revival. Going to put it in here. And it's a postage stamp die, and you love that, because we got it in a few times already. Let's see. And it comes with all kind of different sizes as well. Make sure it's straight. And then this little one can go on there. Oh, super cute. Super cute. And then I'm not making a hole in it, because I can do a hole here, I can do a hole here. But you can also see if you want to, of course, if you don't want to make it into a tag, because I got this piece, for instance, that's also from the paper pack. You can put it on the back and then you can write something on there. So you can do that. And this one. And this can be a great card font as well. It can go in your journal if you want to. There you go. And then this one goes on there. And you see me, I don't put glue everywhere, because I think the tail doesn't need to be down, because, you know, that's nice when it's a little bit, you see, like that. So those are the 2 tags. And again, you can put this on the back if you want to. I loved creating this, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you back another time. Bye bye.